All right, YouTube, the first thing you want to do is start combing the client's hair. But the first rule is actually, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to wash the client's hair, but you know, majority of my clients that come in, hair already been washed. So I asked him, did he wash his hair and everything? He was like, yeah, so let's just get into it. The first thing I want to do is just start combing my client's hair. And he asked for a mid-fade, so I had to, you know what I'm saying, just thoroughly study his hair before I even started cutting it. So I combed it in the direction that he brushes it or comb it. So let's just get into it and just see what happens next. All right, YouTube, my client asked for a wavelength, so he want a wavelength mid-fade all the way around. So the thing with this, I put my #1 guard on my Stylecraft Instincts, and I go with the pattern of the way he combs his hair. So remember, don't just go into the head and just start digging in, because I'm used to cutting my client's hair, so I know the growth pattern of his, you know, actual waves. But he wanted #1 all over. And if you notice, when I get around to the edge of his edge up, I kind of like graze over it, because you know he have a calic right there, and I just barely just graze over it. But as of right now, I'm gonna give him all even all the way around, make sure everything's laying down the way it's supposed to before I presume to the next step. Before I start proceeding to the next step, I put that brush session in, because you know what I'm saying, I just want to lay his hair back down so I can already know where to start my first initial guideline. Always be mindful of, you know what I'm saying, to go back and make sure your work is, you know, looked over by you, because you are the barber. So just take notes. If you stuck around long enough, please hit that subscribe button, because you know there'll be more videos coming this way, man. And I'm trying to really just get up close and personal, because I notice a lot of other YouTubers, when they do their videos, you really can't see how close they are getting. So that's why I always zoom in with all my videos. But let's just get it, man. All right, guys, after I put that brush session in, I grab my Stylecraft Instincts and I close them. Now I'm about to make my first initial guideline. But whatever height you do it on one side, just go all the way around and make sure it matches up all the way around. Like I said, this is going to be a mid fade. This is not a drop fade. This is not a high fade. It's a mid fade. A mid fade start at the temple peak point area and meets up on the other side of the temple peak point area. So the temple peak point is right there. In other words, I cut the C cup off. Let's just put it like that. Anything underneath the C cup is a mid fade, man. But yeah, just make sure your work is clean, and you know what I'm saying, make sure you have a clean platform so you can work on, because you know you don't want to start no haircut off messy. I mean, look at it. Make sure everything is neat, because like I always used to say back in the day when I first started cutting, if you start a haircut off neat, it will end neat. So let's just get this done until we get to the next step. Then I grab my trimmers, because I want to start, you know what I'm saying, seeing where my platform gonna lay it. But I just want to tell you guys this. I put the first initial guideline in with my Stylecraft Instincts. But when I get my trimmers and start to clean that hair down at the bottom, I go up to that first initial guideline right underneath where I put my initial guideline in with my trimmers, but I don't try to push that up, because I just want to leave a little hair right there, because that's where the transition gonna take place at. But other than that, I just want to ball them off all the way around until I get to the next step. All right, guys, I grabbed my Stylecraft Instincts. I opened them up, and I just want to let you guys know I want to go a fingers with the first initial guideline, because you know what I'm saying, I just wanted to be even all over. And another thing, I had one of my subscribers in the comment section of my last video, they were saying I was zoomed in too close. I'm just trying to be different from any other barber, because you know, I don't like just try to squint my eyes to see what they're doing. So when I do my video, I want to, you know what I'm saying, zoom in as close as I can so I can show you guys how I do my videos. I mean, I'm just setting myself apart from any other barber, because you know, all barbers are different. I mean, it's just the point of how they shoot their content. So the way I shoot my content, I want you guys to see up close and personal of what I'm doing, so you know what I'm saying, you can follow along, because you know, it's just the point of, you know, you just want to learn, so you got to put your eye on what you want to see. All right, guys, then I closed my level 2 clicks. Now, this is the secondary primary guideline that I'm working in. The secondary primary guideline is the guideline that where you start to see little stubbles of the hair. Now, what I'm doing now, I'm using the corner of my clipper blades, you know what I'm saying, to start, you know what I'm saying, fade that hair out. I'm not completely knocking it out. I'm fading it in, because you know what I'm saying, I always work in my fade area first. And remember to, like I said, remember to always use your corners, because on this part right here, always use your corners, not no as needed. Always use them, because that's the most important part of this step right here. But like I said earlier, I always started my fade area before I started my blend area, because the hair at the top is much heavier, so therefore it'll be a smoother way to blend it with the fade. But with that being said, man, yeah, I closed my clipper notch 2 times, and I'm starting, you know what I'm saying, work halfway up to that fade area. So if you stuck around long enough, please hit that subscribe button. And one other thing, man, big shout out to all my subscribers that be coming in the comment section. Every time I upload a video to YouTube, I always go back into my comment section and I see who been commented or said something about my video, and I always respond back. I mean, every video, I always respond back to all my comments. All right, YouTube, I closed the blade all the way. Now I'm about to start feathering out that first initial guideline, but I'm gonna be doing a little adjustment as I go, because you know what I'm saying, just with the blade closed, it's not gonna actually take what I want to take out. So I'm just gonna be doing a little adjustment on this part right here. And as you notice, if you see my left thumb, I'm kind of like pulling the skin up. Now when you pull the skin up, you have more room to start your, you know what I'm saying, fading process, because you know, once you start that right there, man, you can see exactly where your work is falling into place at. So you're gonna see me do that kind of like a lot on this part right here, you know what I'm saying, just lifting the skin like right here, what I'm about to do. And it helps me knock that line out more better. You kind of see what I'm talking about. Every time I work in a certain area, my left thumb, I raise the skin up so I can, you know what I'm saying, have a better way of fading that guideline out. In other words, I'm gonna tell you a secret. That's the secret to knock the line out, instead of, you know what I'm saying, not touching the top of the head. Because if I wasn't touching his head at the top while I'm doing it, it'd be hard to knock that guideline out. And then I'd be pushing his guideline up as well. So that's just my little gem I want to drop for you guys. So let's just get into this video, because I know I'm enjoying it. I know I'm gonna hit that subscribe button. All right, YouTube, I got my one guard. I'm about to put them on my Stylecraft Instincts. I'm gonna open them. Now, this is what I want to try to explain to you guys. Try to understand what I'm saying. All right. The way I'm going to this hair now, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to go straight up, but I see that it's hair growing forward. So I'm using the corners of the number 1, you know what I'm saying, to go against the grain to make that even as possible. Because if I was to go straight up on the parietal ridge area, I won't be cutting anything. So I had to go against the grain to lay the hair down the way it's supposed to, because remember, his hair is real wavy. So I'm just trying to go against some of the waves, because I don't want to actually give him a compressed fade. But yeah, just keep on going back over your work, repeat everything that you do, and you know what I'm saying, the haircut will fall into place. But be mindful to always do detail within details. All right, still have my number one on. I closed them. Now I'm about to use the corners of my number one to start to feint that one open out. Well, not actually feint it out. I'm just gonna start to feather that line so I can come back with the next preceding step. But remember to always go back and forth. I do my haircut like in a rock motion. You see I go this way and then I go that way. Only on one side until I go all the way around the head, because I want to make sure everything is even. Because in other words, I'm the type of barber, I like to do detail, but I don't really just like to, you know what I'm saying, over exaggerate my detail. So with that being said, I'm just trying to, you know, make sure everything is laid perfectly on this side before I presume to the other side. And remember to always keep that brush in your hand, because you know that brush helps lays the hair down, so therefore you can see where your fade is falling in at, and then actually you can move on to the next step with the brush in your hand, because you already laid the fade. You feel me? All right, guys, I have my zero guard on. I'm about to start, you know what I'm saying, feathering that line out a little bit. But I just want to let you guys know, I'm going to use like a 2-click motion. I'm going to open it up one notch and close it, open it up one notch and close it, just to start to feather that line out. Because just only with the zero guard closed is not going to just feather that line out the way I want to, because I'm kind of like knocking the fade up just a little bit. So that's the point of the 2-click motion, so you can fade within the fade. But with that being said, remember to always use your corners, man, and take your time. Be repetitive with your work. I know I'm not missing out on anything, but just keep mindful. If you're a barber that's out there cutting hair, man, just always remember to have that barber's eye of what you're cutting. Because I'm not saying all my videos are perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? It's what I see. Now, another barber might look at my video and be like, oh, he left a line right there. But that's what you call a barber's eye. And that's what you calling, you know what I'm saying, supporting other barbers by telling them how their work look. But just be mindful of, you know what I'm saying, just be repetitive of your work. And like I said, the zero is not actually taking that line out. It's just actually feathering that line so I can proceed with the next step. But yeah, once again, big shout out to all my subscribers, man. And I'm gonna say this one more time. I stay in my comment section. I read all my comments. I really appreciate you guys showing me the love, and big shout out to everybody, man. And if you're new to the channel watching this video, man, please hit that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell, because look, I don't know exactly how often I will be dropping, you know what I'm saying, videos. I usually drop videos the day of when I'm recording. So let's just say, for an example, this video right here is on YouTube right now. Somebody can come get their haircut like in the next hour or so, and I record their video. I'm gonna upload that video as soon as I can, because you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to get that content out there, bro. But I really appreciate the support that you guys are giving me. Much love coming from your boy Black Prince the Barber. But with that being said, man, let's just enjoy the rest of this video until we get up to the next part, man. I really appreciate the support. All right, my YouTube fam, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the half guard, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put them on my Stylecraft Instincts. I'm gonna open them up 2 notches. Now what I'm about to do, I'm about to work within that zero close where I was doing a little detail work at. You know, when I said I was gonna do the little 2-notch adjustment. So what I'm doing right now, I just have that half guard on, and I'm just gonna open it, because you know what I'm saying, as I see dark areas, I open them up once. Or, you know what I'm saying, I just, you know, just stay within that realm of the fade where it started to take transition. But I want my transition not to be compressed. I want it like kind of like a smoky, you know, like when you want that smoke, you know what I'm saying? Who won't smoke type stuff. But anyway, with that being said, man, I'm just trying to, you know, just do detail within the zero, because I'm gonna come back with just only the blade just to work underneath the half guard. Now, when you actually cutting hair, man, let me just tell you this. You supposed to do detail within detail, but don't over exaggerate your detail, because if you put in too much detail, you will be taken away from the haircut itself. I mean, if you can understand what I'm saying, if you don't understand what I'm saying, rewind this video and you'll have a better understanding of what I'm saying. But don't put too much detail within your detail, because you will be taken away from the haircut. All right, guys, since this is my last side, I'm gonna start on the opposite side. What I'm gonna do, I open my style crafts up. Now I'm starting to use my corners to work within the half guard. Remember, I'm just actually detailing the half guard part, and this should be the last step before I start on his parietal ridge area, because I see some heavy bulk up there that I'm going to take off, so don't worry about it. But I'm just trying to make sure I have everything clean as needed before I proceed to the next step. But let's stick around and just see how this haircut and this edge up gonna turn out. All right, guys, I grabbed my 1.5 guard. I'm gonna put it on my style craft. I'm gonna start in the open position, because I'm gonna go up a little bit over the parietal ridge area, and then I will come back and close them, because that's where I see the bulk at. And remember to always brush the hair as needed, because you know you want to see, like I said before, you want to see your fade gonna start to take effect there. And so right there, I'm showing you guys that I'm just gonna be doing a little adjustment. It's not gonna always stay open or always stay closed. That's the point of me saying adjusting. Now I have them in the open position, and you're gonna see me close them. Now, the reason I close my 1.5 because I'm listening for the hair. And when I stop hearing the hair cut, I know that I need to move from open to close. And as you close them, you drop your fade down more, so you can already see that position starting to take place. I mean, come on now. If you could stop hearing hair cut, that means presumably go to the next level until you start to hear it cut again. But yeah, let's get it. Guys, I know we're about like 18 minutes into the video, but man, I'm enjoying this tutorial as I go, man. But let's just get it like this, man. I'm gonna start with my number 1 halfway close, and I'm gonna start to knock that little line out, and then I'm gonna get up to the edge up, man. I'm not gonna hold you guys up. I just wanted you guys to see the most important part of the whole haircut process, but I had to take you through the details of how I present my fade, or how I start my fade to come about. So let's just fast forward until we get up to the edge up, man, because I know that's what you guys waiting on. Once again, shout out to my boy Malachi for pulling up. I just want to let you guys know the front of his edge up. This is what I was talking about at the first beginning of the video when I told you I was grazed over his haircut. He have a cowlick that grows 2 different ways. So on this side right here, he do have a cowlick that grows straight down, but when it goes down, it kind of like curls up. So I had to just really graze over that part right there. But with that being said, man, let's just go and put this edge up on my guy, and you know, let's just get this video over with, because I'm pretty sure you guys stuck around long enough. But if you did, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. So let's just get this edge up on my guy. All right, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? This how my boy came in, you know, he wanted that fresh cut from Black Prince the Barber. He came in looking like this, but ended up looking like this when he left out. Hey, man, look, if y'all enjoyed this video, I know it was long. It was like 20 plus something minutes. But you know what I'm saying? It was worth it, man. So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, man, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, leave a nice comment, man, because like I said before, I stay in my comment section. Whatever you guys want to comment, I will be surely to reply, respond, and, you know, may God bless.